such a thoughtful question and thought-provoking. Thoughtful because if people are experts on a social media platform, it's perfectly reasonable to ask, who are you? How'd you get here? What's your cred? But thoughtful because I never asked myself that question. I had to ponder it. How did I get here? I know I didn't start off wanting to go in crisis communication, but I'm here. I am here. The answer, if we had to go way back, is growing up, I was two things when I was 6. I was a newsie. I love the news. I love television news. Only 3 networks back then and an independent. And I was a crime junkie before the term even existed. I went to college, worked all the jobs, radio, television, newspaper. I worked in research and sales. I worked on the journalism side. I worked on the business side. I love the business of media. As evidenced by my favorite movies. This is like my favorite movie of all time. My Kids lasted about 39 minutes. Another movie that I loved, I think it's Michael Keaton's best movie. Well, he was good in the Batman, but I love this movie. And this one, my favorite Tom Hanks movie. Well, I like Sleepless in Seattle, and Meg Ryan was a journalist in that movie. And Meg Ryan was a journalist in another one of my favorite movies, When Harry Met Sally. Anyway, that's the through line. But I ended up in crisis communication work because I had worked in media and now I wanted to be an FBI agent. So I applied to the FBI in the Boston field office and I got all the way to the end. I did the interviews, I did the test, I passed the test, and I was waiting to hear back from the FBI to get hired. There's a full circle moment here. I interviewed at the time when John Connolly worked for the FBI field office. And if that name rings a bell, the movie The Black Mass, or Black Mass, was about John Connolly and John Connolly's relationship to Whitey Bulger. And Whitey Bulger was played by Johnny Depp. Anyway, I did not get the FBI agent position because I got married. And because I got married to someone in the military, it meant I had to move. And off to Washington, D.C. I moved, where I ended up on I worked for the cruise line industry when they had all the viruses. So that was really my first big crisis. And my second one was working here. But here's my Eye of the Hurricane work. I work for FEMA. Crisis, crisis, crisis. I mean, look at this work in crisis comms. Pointing to something. I don't know. And that's what led me here, to my office, to clients working in crisis communication.